The moment of excitement, the all-new Renault Scenic E-Tech. Yes, that's right, this is electric, and which brings me down to a very big question. For a price of 55,000 euros, is this potentially the best electric car in its segment? I'm going to tell you all about the things I actually like about this Renault Scenic E-Tech. Now, when it comes to design, the Renault-Nissan alliance are going places, but Renault in particular has been more stylish. I mean, look at what they did with the front. Rich history. It reminds me of classic Renault models from the 1980s and 90s. Some gorgeous looking alloys. They look very, very futuristic. I have to tell you all, I've been around a number of premium cars, but look at what this Renault Scenic offers you. The Renault Scenic E-Tech. This is heavy, this armrest right here. 2 cup holders, but check this out. You get a detailed armrest right here to hold your phone in place. Check this out. This technology right here. Oh my goodness. And even 2 charging ports there and a flat storage space right here. I've never seen this in a Volkswagen Group car worth around 50,000 euros. It's even better. Look at this. Back seats have multiple pockets. Oh wow, I haven't seen this in a Skoda even. And I have fantastic news about the electric motor right here. It produces 220 horsepower and it has an autonomy of 625 kilometers. Oh my goodness, Parisians are gonna love this. Everybody's gonna love this, whether you're in the city or whether you live outside the city. Wait, there are some problems I'd like to point out. Historically, the Renault Scenic had a more MPV look to it. So it's sitting on the front seat, it would feel like you're sitting in an MPV or something. But sitting in the front seat of this Renault Scenic E-Tech feels like I'm in a Renault Megane or something, because look at this. See this? Why do you need to have 3 stokes? Because I know this one is traditional for Renault. They always have a volume stoke down there. And this was the same case for Stellantis vehicles, especially for Peugeot and Citroen. Fantastic. But why do you need to have a transmission control right up there? Why not stick to something a bit more conventional, Renault? For the exterior, it's a French revolution. It is awesome the way they've done it. But then when we get inside the Renault Scenic, we see it's too similar to the Renault Austral and the Renault Espace. I mean, look at this. And the fact that they've become more driver-centric, I mean, I think the real Renault was when they had a more revolutionary interior, something different, something non-conventional, because right now it looks a bit conventional. It looks as if they drew inspiration from Stellantis and the Volkswagen Group and BMW as well. Great infotainment system, very responsive, but I get the feeling that the quality of the map is very similar to what you see on Google Maps. So I think this is an Android system it's operating on. But then to be fair, Renault isn't alone. Volvo has started doing the similar thing, and so has a Polestar. So yeah, but the menu is easy to navigate around. It's good, responsive, and climate controls are right down here. Now, before I go further, I just want to say that the Renault Scenic has a special place in my thoughts because I grew up around the Renault Scenic. I grew up around the 1st generation, 2nd generation, 3rd generation, you name it. Now, I never owned one, neither did anybody in my family ever own one, but I've been around them. I knew a lot of people who did own one. In fact, a neighbor of mine had one when I was a kid, and they would always give me a lift to school in the 2nd generation Renault Scenic. It was a 7-seater, and it was probably one of the best cars I've ever sat in as a passenger, the front seat. It was one of the best. It was so cozy, super comfortable. I actually liked it. At one point, it was actually my dream car. But then, the biggest problem the Renault Scenic always had was quality. Day one, beautiful to look at. But then 5 years on or 10 years on, they would crumble. They would fall apart catastrophically. Now, I'm very happy to say that the Renault-Nissan alliance has played a very big role in making Renault cars more interesting than ever, more reliable and better quality. Look at this. Okay, so now it's time to check out the interior of the Renault Scenic E-Tech. First, I would like to start with the seat. I like how on the side you get this white leather piping and the leather touch as well, whereas in the middle, it's all fabric. This is wonderful. I like this combination. And I also seem to recall seeing something similar like this in Nissan. And then as we go in, all 4 windows are automated, which is a plus. I actually think this is a rare feature because not many competitors offer this. Now, sitting on the driver's seat, the visibility outside is excellent. I mean, as it should be, being a French car. I mean, French cars are actually perfect for the city. I can confirm. They do great cars for the city. But then as soon as you're in the countryside or as soon as you're on a road trip, that's where differences emerge. But then back to topic. So, electric seating adjustments, excellent. Now, if you put your seat at the lowest setting possible, you will definitely feel like you're in a Renault Megane. And this was the impression I had about the passenger seat because the setting for the passenger seat seems low. Whereas when you push your seat upwards, that's where it starts to have a more Renault Scenic vibe, the original MPV vibe, the minivan vibe. So, steering wheel adjustment. Now, adjusting the steering wheel, you can move it up, down, in and out, which is good. And then, practicality solutions. You get the central console storage right here. It doesn't have anything inside, but it's hard plastic, so it's easy to wipe clean and maintain. And then you get this micro storage space right here, which I can only imagine what it could be used for. And there's a rubber mat right there, so yeah, you can wipe it clean and everything. So when it comes to cup holders, there's one cup holder right here, and then there's another one which you can adjust. And if you don't need it, you can adjust it by using the walls. It's very creative how Renault has done this practicality solution. But then when it comes to cup holders, French cars are not really the best, but they do get the job done. That's what I can say. And the cup holders are positioned all the way down there, whereas in conventional cars, they would be at this level somewhere or something. But then to be fair, it's perfect what they've done, because if you put a cup holder here, how am I supposed to relax my arm? And then you get this wireless telephone recharge pad right there, which is cool. And yeah, start stop button. And I like how despite all the interesting buttons on the steering wheel, the piano black effect, the start stop button is just hard plastic and it's there as if it was an afterthought. Wow, okay. Glove box. Let's check this out. Okay, glove box button needs to be pushed a bit more. It's average for its price and segment. The door bin is where the magic lies. Oh wow. It's good. It can actually hold a big bottle in a diagonal position. And the pocket is decent. Wow, I think Renault, the Renault Scenic has surprisingly decent practicality solutions. But that was the case historically for the second generation Renault Scenic. That was one thing I liked about it. It had cup holders and storage spaces almost everywhere. It was just like the Renault Espace second generation. Oh, I think it was the third generation. Yeah, but then you don't get any glasses holder. You just get panoramic roof. All right, now it is time to check out the back seat of the Renault Scenic E-Tech. First thing I actually like is that the seating, it feels like as if it's a couch. It feels like a sofa. Now, leg room is a bit on the limited side. My feet is underneath the driver's seat, but then it can depend on the seating adjustment of the driver and the front passenger. And then there's the railing onto the left side and right side, so it's a bit on the limited side. And with this armrest down, it's good. It's good. I can lean my leg onto the armrest right here. It's decent. Knee room, I have acres of space, but then again, it can depend on the seating adjustment of the driver and front passenger. Headroom is perfect. I think it's one of the best in this segment. It's great. And the headrest is on the firm side though. Anyways, two cup holders right here on this armrest, as I mentioned earlier. It is flawless. I'm impressed. This is like a luxury car almost. No climate control, but you get air vents right here and you get charging ports down there. The rear door bins are actually good. Decent. Better in its segment actually. When it comes to practicality, this Renault Scenic has a lot of surprise. Now, as we check out the boot space of the Renault Scenic, things get a bit interesting because historically it had a minivan body design to it, so an MPV style where the rear door would go until here, so it was easy to load luggage in and out. But because this Renault Scenic E has a more hatchback design or crossover SUV design, the bodywork is all the way until here. So you do have to have extra effort to lift luggages all the way this high to put everything in there because the floor inside is not adjustable at all. Now you just need to watch out for this body paint. It sticks out very proudly thanks to Renault's sharp edge design. But then as soon as you're here, you get this hard plastic, which should be durable, but I still recommend you be careful with it. The storage space over here, the volume is deep. This is far bigger than what I've seen in other competitors like the Volkswagen ID.3 and the Volvo EX30. This is good. And you get additional storage space down there if needed. And you get a 12-volt socket right here and a hook right there and a hook on this side and tether points even. So here's my conclusion of the Renault Scenic E-Tech. For a price of 55,000 euros, this Renault Scenic E-Tech is not good value for money. It is perfect value for money. It is one of the best electric car I've ever seen. Just very well equipped and very spacious, very practical. It's very family friendly when you need it to be. It's a versatile vehicle. Whatever you need it to be, it gets the job done. Perfect for the cities, perfect for the road trip thanks to its autonomy of near 625 kilometers. Actually, why did I say near 625? It is 625 kilometers, but it's wonderful. Now, just a little problem I just would like to point out is that if I'm obsessed with design, I'm obsessed with identity, and I get the feeling that for the interior, Renault has lost inspiration, because there was a time Renault was very flamboyant. The second generation was bomb. I loved it. But then the third generation saw a lot of humbling. It just went down the path of conventional designs. And then this generation looks exactly like the interior of a Renault Espace. So it's something I have to get used to. For the exterior design though, Renault is going places. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and stay tuned for more videos that are on the run. I will see you all next time.